So let's start with the main dining room. The main dining room spreads over decks 3, 4, and 5. It's a beautiful dining room. There's plenty of seating in here. And this is where cruisers can come in and they can select their dining, or they can have anytime dining. Now the menus do change on a daily basis. They offer different types of food such as Caribbean. They'll have different types of food based off of where you are cruising to. And we actually only ate here once because we were trying to eat as many different places as we could while we were here on the Wonder, but we absolutely loved it. The chef even offers their recommendations of what you should order, and we ordered a couple of the chef's recommendations while we were there. Now, I will say my husband is a picky eater, so he wasn't quite happy with some of the food because it was a little dry, but for me, I absolutely loved the fish. The fish was really good. Now, he did have the Southern fried chicken, and he really liked the outside of that Southern fried chicken, but it was just a little dry on the inside for him. But hey, it was still a really good piece of chicken. I really enjoyed it because I finished it off for him, but we really enjoyed the main dining and couldn't beat their desserts. Their desserts were so delicious. So definitely make sure that you check out the main dining room. Windjammer is the next thing I want to talk about. Windjammer was really good. I haven't had a bad experience with Windjammer so far, being on any of the Royal Caribbean ships. And Windjammer here on the Wonder of the Seas was really good. Now, when you walk in, you have obviously the washi station, and then you have where you can go right or left, and the buffet style here on either side has the same option. So it really just helps to mediate the crowds when you're walking into the Windjammer. Now the Windjammer is situated on deck 15, and what's really nice about it is it wraps around deck 15. So if you're right here at the very back, you can get a chance to really kind of look over into the boardwalk, and it's a really nice little views that you can get while you're sitting there eating. And they do offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they have various different types of food, and they do change up their menu when you're in there as well. Now they do also have a bar over in the Windjammer, so if you have that drink package, or if you just want to go and purchase a drink, you can do that while you're in the Windjammer, so you don't have to leave and go to a bar. Now, another one of my favorites that I actually went to a couple of times was the Solarium Bistro, also located on deck 15, and it's overlooking the Solarium. This is a really nice little buffet style area. Now, Royal Caribbean says that it offers Mediterranean style buffet foods, but it's more of a take on American style foods. But either way, it's really good. I had the red snapper a couple of times that I was there. I had the rack of lamb. They offer some really good pastas and fresh salads over there as well. So I really enjoyed the Solarium Bistro. Like I said, I went there a couple of times, and now they do recommend that you have reservations. We ended up going one evening that we didn't have a reservation. We tried to make a reservation on our Royal app, and it wouldn't let us. So we thought, hey, let's just go up there and see if we can, go in without a reservation, and they didn't have any problem with it. There was plenty of seating available. So if you ever are wanting to go and eat at the Solarium Bistro and you don't have a reservation, and your Royal app is telling you you can't make a reservation, just go and ask if there is any available seating, because chances are they might be able to seat you. Okay, now let's go down to deck 6 at the Boardwalk. The Boardwalk Dog House is so good. This is hot dogs, and they have a lot of different takes on different types of hot dogs that you can get. I always pretty much just got the classic hot dog with the classic bun, but they do have a couple of different types. My choice was always just mustard and relish and maybe a few onions on top, but they do have some different toppings that you can get here at the Dog House, and they are all beef hot dogs, really good hot dogs. I really enjoyed them. Went there a couple of times too when we were passing by the boardwalk. So that's a great little afternoon lunch, afternoon snack, something that you can grab while you're just kind of walking around and you're over there at the boardwalk area. Now let's talk about one of Royal Caribbean's most popular spots, and that is Cafe Promenade. Cafe Promenade is located midship on deck 5, and this one is open 24 hours. So this is, you can come and grab you some little bites any time of the day over here at the Cafe Promenade. They offer coffee, teas, water, different types of drinks. They also will offer pastries, different like donuts and little sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches first thing in the morning, and then some little yummy, delicious sandwiches for lunch in the afternoon. I had a tuna sandwich one afternoon with pesto. It was really good. So they offer some really nice little, just like some tapas type sandwiches, but it's just a great little place to come over here and grab some bites, grab a cup of coffee in the morning if you're just out walking on the promenade, or just having you know, some tea later in the evening. But they always have music over here on the promenade. So this is a great place to come and just kind of sit at the Cafe Promenade, listen to the music, and grab you some little bites, maybe some little pastries or some little dessert cups, and then just, you know, sit there and listen to the music. That's why this is such a hot spot and a great place to go and visit. Now, while you're here on the promenade, you have to visit Sorrento. Sorrento's is obviously something you have to visit when you're on a Royal Caribbean ship. It is so good. They have such delicious pizza. It's still here on the promenade on deck 5, and Sorrento's pizza is delicious. They are open late, and I have been there a couple of times. Definitely went and grabbed me some pizza and went back to the room and watched TV in bed with some pizza. That is like the end to a perfect night. So I was definitely eating a lot of pizza while I was on this ship. Pepperoni was my go-to, but they also offered a Caribbean style pizza as well. They do have some really great pizzas, and definitely check out Sorrento's. If you haven't been to Sorrento's, you're missing out. Definitely try some of those pizzas over there. Now, another one of my favorites was the Park Cafe. It's located on deck 8 in the Central Park area. And if you watched any of my vlogs from the Wonder of the Seas, you know that the Central Park area was one of my favorite areas. Now, I did enjoy the Solarium. That's why I went to the Solarium Bistro so much. But at night, I love the Central Park. The Central Park area is just so calming and serene. So I did go to the Park Cafe several times, and they do offer breakfast, lunch, and like an early dinner over there as well. So if you're headed over there, they do have some grab and go items. And one thing I really wish that I had gotten while I was there was a lobster bisque soup. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about it. I kept telling myself I was going to get lobster bisque, but I completely forgot to go back. So definitely try that if that is something that you enjoy. But they do have several different types of things, such as grab and go, sandwiches, roast beef sandwiches. If you're there for lunch, grab you a roast beef sandwich. They're really delicious. Fresh salads that they will make to order for you. And then breakfast, they have, I recommend the bagels. The bagels are so good. I got a salmon bagel one morning and it was delicious. So definitely make sure you try the Park Cafe morning, noon, or evening over on deck 8 in Central Park. Now over here on deck 6 is the Vitality Cafe. Now I thought this was a charge at first, but the Vitality Cafe actually offers some complimentary bites over here. These are some great little healthy bites if you want to have something to eat before you go work out. It's right here over in the spa and fitness area, so you can go have some healthy eats and go work out, or have some healthy eats after you work out if you work up that appetite. And then also over here when you go into the spa area as well. Now they do have some fruit and veggie smoothies, some really good looking smoothies. I didn't try any of these, but these are an extra charge. But they are free if you have the drink package. So these are part of the drink package. Now another place that I ate several times, especially when I was over in the Solarium, was El Loco Fresh. El Loco Fresh is a Mexican eatery. It's a casual eat where you can just grab you some burritos, even some tacos, quesadillas, nachos and cheese. This was a great place. I really enjoyed grabbing me some Mexican eats and then headed over to the Solarium. Now right on the other side of it is the Cantina Fresca. If you want to, if you have the drink package, it is included. But if you want to, you can go over there, grab you a margarita to have with your burrito or your quesadillas. Now, for me, I felt that the burritos and some of the taco meat was a little bit of a hit or miss. Some days it did taste a little dry, so I put extra sauce on it. And then one of the days, I think it was towards the end of my stay, and I even made a comment about it in my blog, that it was The pork was absolutely delicious. It was just so good. And I even put some cheese sauce over it. It was really good. So like I said, El Loco Fresh seems to be kind of like a hit or miss. Have you been to El Loco Fresh? What do you feel like when you go over there? Is it always good, or is it feel like some days it is, some days it's not? That's how it was for us, but definitely still worth a try. I really enjoyed eating there and grabbing it, and then headed back over to the Solarium to relax. Now, if you watch my vlogs, you know pretty much what I ate every morning that was complimentary, and that was room service. Room service is complimentary breakfast, cold eats such as cereal, donuts, pastries. Now, tip, if you order cereal, order milk to go with it, because apparently that's not going to come with it. I thought that was a given. You order cereal. Who eats dry cereal? I don't know, maybe some people do, but make sure if you are ordering cereal and you're wanting a bowl of cereal for breakfast, order milk to go with it, so they'll deliver you some milk. Now, all of this is free. Any of the warm food, such as eggs, bacon, hash browns, pancakes, is $8 for the room. So for me and my husband, we both ordered a warm breakfast, and it was only $8 charge. So that's a pretty good deal right there. Now, something else I mentioned in one of my vlogs is if you are just wanting like some grits or a bowl of oatmeal, yes, those are warm, but they are complimentary. So those are the two warm things that I saw on the list that are warm, but it's still complimentary. Now, one more thing that is complimentary, but not complimentary to everybody, is the Coastal Kitchen. The Coastal Kitchen is for suite guests only on deck 17. Now, if you have a suite, you get to go to the Coastal Kitchen. This is an upscale dining option that is complimentary for suite guests that has a Mediterranean, California-inspired dining options. Now, if you are in a junior suite, you still can go, but you can only go in the evenings for dinner upon availability. So as you can see from all of this, this was why I only ate the complimentary food. I really enjoyed it, but there are some amazing specialty dining options. So I'm just going to run through these and share these specialty dining options with you, and I'm going to share with you which one I want to go to next time that we're on the Wonder. Now, the first one on the list is 150 Central Park. And where do you think that is? It's over in Central Park. And this is a really nice restaurant that can only accommodate about 60 people. So obviously with all your specialty restaurants, you need a reservation, but this one will book up pretty quick. So make sure if you're wanting to come here, you book your reservation for 150 Central Park pretty quickly. And this is kind of like a European style inspired dishes here. The Chef's Table is another luxury experience you'll want to try. This can only hold 16 guests, and this is done every evening, and it's hosted by the executive chef. So if you're looking for a really nice luxury experience with your dining options, try the Chef's Table. Now, Chops Grill, also located over on the Central Park area, is basically just your classic American style steakhouse. Now, Giovanni's Kitchen and Wine Bar, still located in Central Park, is known for some really good wines, such as their Cabernet. And if you love Italian food, definitely try out Giovanni's. I have heard such good things about it. Spaghetti is one of my favorite dishes, so I think that one might be on my list. And I love Cabernet, so we might be hitting up Giovanni's Kitchen and Wine Bar. They also offer lunch, and maybe we'll go for lunch because lunch has a much lower price than their dinner options. So that is something to keep in mind if that is a place that you're wanting to eat at, but you're wanting to kind of have a cost savings there. So Giovanni's does have a little bit of a cost savings when you're eating lunch there. Now, the Mason Jar is right down the hall from the Windjammer, and it's new to the Wonder of the Seas. We went there just for the bar area because they also have a bar off to the side of the restaurant, and you can go in there and listen to the music, have you a drink. It was a really nice atmosphere just being in the bar. We really enjoyed that part. That might be on my list too. I don't know, I like them all. The Mason Jar is a Southern cuisine, such as shrimp po' boys, shrimp and grits, Meemaw's chicken. So this is definitely a place to go if you like Southern cuisine. Now, they are open for brunch and dinner, but brunch does fill up really fast. So make sure that you're reserving that pretty quickly. Probably pre-cruise if that is something that you're wanting to do, if you're wanting to have a brunch over in the Mason Jar. Now let's go down the hall to Izumi Hibachi and Sushi. If you like hibachi, you need to try Izumi. It is required to have a reservation. There is limited seating, so it does sell out pretty quick. Over here to the left, you don't necessarily have to have a reservation, but if there is seating available, you can come over here, be seated, and order some yummy sushi. So if you like sushi, definitely try out this specialty restaurant. Over on deck 16, overlooking the Solarium Bistro, and the Solarium is Hook Seafood. Now, we didn't go to Hook Seafood here on the Wonder of the Seas. We did go on the Icon, and it was really good food. Loved it. Absolutely. It's a New England style seafood restaurant. So if you love seafood, I highly recommend this restaurant. It is really good. I absolutely love the lobster and the shrimp there. It was really delicious. But like I said, it was on the Icon of the Seas that we went. And I hear a lot of great things on the Wonder of the Seas as well when I was talking to some other passengers. So definitely check out Hook Seafood if you enjoy seafood. Now, coming down to the boardwalk is Playmakers, and we didn't eat at Playmakers here on the Wonder. We have been into Playmakers on the Mariner of the Seas and loved it. It has basically your basic bar foods, burgers, wings, onion rings, really good food. I mean, it's delicious. And Playmakers has the most extensive beer menu over here in this bar. So if you like beer and you're a beer drinker, definitely check out Playmakers. It's a really good place to come and sit, have a beer, have some wings, have a burger, enjoy the atmosphere. Now, right across from Playmakers is Johnny Rockets. Johnny Rockets is basically all about the burgers and shakes. This is a take on a 50s diner style restaurant, and I didn't eat there. I used to eat here all the time when I was younger because they used to have it in a local mall. So I loved Johnny Rockets, and I can say they used to have some really great burgers, and I'm sure they still do because it stays packed and people are always there on the boardwalk eating burgers and milkshakes. So if this is a type of restaurant that you enjoy and a really good milkshake, definitely try out Johnny Rockets. Located on deck 11 and 12 is Wonderland. The only thing on this deck is Wonderland and staterooms. So definitely come over here if you want to try an Alice in Wonderland themed restaurant. This restaurant is 2 stories and it's described as an interactive and creative restaurant with imaginative cuisines. I just absolutely love the vibe in here, the upscale look of the candelabras on the tables, and they do have characters that'll come through here, such as the Mad Hatter. So this restaurant is definitely at the top of my list that I will be trying of specialty restaurants when I come back on the Wonder of the Seas. What do you think? And located on the Promenade is Starbucks. What can I say about Starbucks? Everybody knows what Starbucks has. If you like Starbucks, there's no need to promote it. They have the same things there. Great drinks, great lattes. Your drink package does not include here at Starbucks, but you do have a Starbucks option if you need to get your Starbucks fix on while you're on your cruise. And also, like I've already mentioned in the complimentary foods, is the room service, and that's $8 charge. That is a really good deal, $8 charge for pretty much anything that you're ordering there. Like I said, my husband and I both got a hot breakfast one morning, and we only paid $8 for it, for both of us. So that's a really good deal right there. I hope this was helpful for you. Which one would you choose when you are on the Wonder of the Seas? Leave me a comment below. I would love to hear it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.